नमस्कार, आप सभी का स्वागत है। CRET NCERT द्वारा प्रसारित सत्र लाइव और इंटरेक्टिव है, जिसमें कि आप हमें ई-विद्या चैनल नंबर 10 पर देख रहे हैं और साथ ही हमारे ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल्स NCERT ऑफिशियल और NCERT PM ई-विद्या कक्षा 10 के यूट्यूब चैनल पर हमारा ये सत्र प्रसारित हो रहा है। मैं सृजन राजपूत हूँ, मेरे साथ इंटरप्रेटर देव हैं। देव, आपका भी सत्र में स्वागत है। हम कक्षा 10 के बच्चों के लिए साइंस विषय जानने जा रहे हैं। तो टॉपिक बता दें, टॉपिक है कार्बन एंड इट्स कंपाउंड, पार्ट 4, एथेनॉल एंड एथेनॉइक एसिड्स पर आज बात होगी। हम यकीनन अपने एक्सपर्ट से जानेंगे कि इससे पहले जितने भी पार्ट्स हमने किए हैं किन किन कंपाउंड्स को हम जान चुके हैं। आज हम इन 2 कंपाउंड्स को लेकर जो है सारी जानकारी कलेक्ट करेंगे। आप भी इस सत्र के लिए अपने प्रश्न हमें भेज सकते हैं। इसके लिए नोट कीजिए हमारा फ़ोन नंबर 8800440559। साथ ही आप अपने प्रश्न हमें मेल कर सकते हैं। इसके लिए लिखें dts.class10@cret.nic.in पर। हमारे YouTube चैनल्स के ज़रिए जुड़े हमारे दर्शक हमें लाइव चैट बॉक्स ऑप्शन में भी अपने प्रश्न पूछ सकते हैं। आपको अब आज के एक्सपर्ट से मिलाते हैं। सर डॉक्टर राजेश कुमार शर्मा, PhD साइंस विषय और PGT साइंस विषय के PhD होल्डर हैं सर IIT गेट से। सर नमस्कार, स्वागत करते हैं।
नमस्कार।
तो सर सबसे पहले अपने व्यूअर्स को बता दें कि इससे पहले के जो पार्ट्स रहे हैं उनमें हमने कौन कौन से कंपाउंड्स को जान लिया है।
We have in the previous classes we have discussed about carbon and its compounds. Introduction portion was there. Classification of carbon and its compounds, like hydrocarbons we have discussed. In that we have divided these like alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Their structures, their simple name also has been discussed. And also the properties of carbon compounds like substitution properties, addition reactions, halogenation reactions, hydration reactions, kind of reactions, chemical properties has been already discussed in the previous classes.
Okay. For this particular session, we are going to discuss ethanol and ethanoic acids. And above this, my first question is that what kind of compounds is known as alcohols?
Actually, alcohol are those organic or carbon compounds in which one of the most functional group, that is OH functional group, or we can say hydroxyl functional group is present. Whenever carbon is attached with the OH group, then structure develop, that is COH. This moiety is called alcohol. So generally we can say that those organic compounds in which carbon is attached with the hydroxyl group are called alcohols.
Okay.
We can take one simple example, that is a CH3OH, that is called methyl alcohol. C2H5OH, that is called ethyl alcohol.
Okay, we'll start through going by PPT.
Yeah. So we will discuss about this part 4, that is carbon and its compounds. And one of the most important compound, that is ethanol. Its chemical formula is C2H5OH. Structure can be shown here. Ethanol contains 2 carbon which is attached with a single bond, that is C bond C, and 3 hydrogen with the first carbon and 2 hydrogen with the second carbon, and functional group, that is O bond H, called hydroxyl group is present. So molecule of C2H5OH, that is called ethanol in IUPAC system and ethyl alcohol in common system. Represented on this, you can see the structure of this molecule, and here oxygen being shown by the red portion and hydrogen is attached last one with the sigma bond. This site is the reactive part of this compound. This will involve in the chemical properties of this alcohols. So we can talk about properties of ethanol, that is C2H5OH. Ethanol is a liquid at room temperature. Ethanol is commonly called alcohol and is the active ingredient of all alcoholic drinks. In addition, because it is a good solvent, it is also used in medicines such as tincture iodine, cough syrups and many tonics. Ethanol is also soluble in water. It has high solubility in water.
So sir, why alcohols are soluble in water?
Actually, alcohols kind of organic compounds comes in the polar organic compounds.
Okay.
And polar compounds are those in which different charges like positive and negative charge can be developed.
Okay.
In case of alcohol, oxygen attached with the hydrogen. So the hydrogen becomes partial positive and oxygen becomes partial negative because due to the difference in electronegativity. oxygen having the more electronegativity. So OH bond in alcohol becomes polar bond, and water contain H2O formula. Water is also polar in nature.
Okay.
So nature of water and alcohol is same. Both are polar in nature. That's why alcohol dissolve in water and becomes high soluble. Due to one more force is also responsible, that is called hydrogen bonding. There is a hydrogen bonding between hydrogen and alcohol. Whenever we put alcohol in water, there is a association of the water molecule with alcohol molecule. So solubility increase by this way.
Really interesting. So next one.
We can say that consumption of small quantities of dilute ethanol cause drunkenness. Even though this practice is condemned, it is a socially widespread practice. Intake of even a small quantity of pure ethanol called absolute alcohol can be lethal.
Okay.
Also, long-term consumption of alcohols lead to many health problems. Moving to the further, we can talk about reactions of ethanol. Different kind of reactions of ethanol are involved. In the first chemical properties of ethanol, reaction of ethanol with sodium. Sodium is a reactive metal. Whenever sodium reacts with ethanol, hydrogen gas evolved. Means we can say that evolution of hydrogen gas take place. Ethanol react with sodium to produce hydrogen gas and sodium ethoxide. This reaction support the acidic character of ethanol. Chemical reaction can be shown as twice of C2H5OH react with sodium metal. Sodium ethoxide is formed and evolution of hydrogen gas take place.
Okay.
Next chemical properties, that is dehydration reaction. Actually dehydration means loss of water. Ethanol react with concentrated sulfuric acid at 443 Kelvin temperature to produce ethylene.
Okay.
This reaction is known as dehydration of ethanol, because in this reaction a water molecule is removed from the ethanol molecule.
Okay.
So chemical reaction will go like this: CH3CH2OH, that is ethanol molecule, will lose one water in presence of acid, and formation of CH2 double bond CH2 hydrocarbon, that is called ethene. A member of alkene will take place.
Okay, here I am curious to know one more question. What is dehydration of alcohols, and can we take some example for it?
Yeah. Like dehydration means a removal of water molecule from alcohol or any other compounds. The water molecule will leave, that is dehydration. If I will remove this D word, then hydration will be there. Hydration means addition of water.
Yes.
Dehydration means removal of water.
Clear, sir.
In the same way, we can say addition of halogen, halogenation. A removal of halogen, dehalogenation. Dehydration means loss of water. We can take one simple example, that is in case of ethyl molecule. Whenever this ethyl molecule comes in contact of sulfuric acid, the elimination of water molecule will take place and formation of CH2 double bond CH2, that is alkene, will take place. So this will be the simple example of dehydration kind of reactions.
Okay, sir. Next down.
Now, important thing is that how do alcohols affect living beings? This is one of the most important topic of the day we can talk about, and a different kind of awareness can also be spreaded. The people who are taking alcohols, they must know about that, what are the bad consequences of taking alcohols.
Yes.
So this is one kind of awareness can be generated by this one. So we can talk about how do alcohols affect living beings. When large quantity of ethanol are consumed, it tends to slow metabolic processes. Metabolic process means the different kind of chemical reactions which are occurring inside the body. That means some kind of decomposition kind of reaction, some kind of reactions which are creating energetic kind of reactions. So metabolic processes and depress the central nervous system. It means that the control of the brain over the body parts will be not at proper manner. This results in lack of coordination, mental confusion, drowsiness, lowering of the normal inhibition, and finally stupor. The individual may feel relaxed without realizing that his sense of judgment, sense of timing, and muscular coordination have been seriously impaired.
Okay.
Unlike ethanol, intake of methanol, that is CH3OH, is in a very small quantities can cause death. Methanol is oxidized to methanol, that is SCHO, a member of aldehyde series in the liver. Methanol reacts rapidly with the components of cells. It coagulates the protoplasm as much the same way an egg is coagulated by cooking. That's why CH3OH, that is methanol, intaking of methanol is very dangerous. It can lead to death. Methanol also affects the optic nerve, causing blindness.
प्रिय छात्रों, यहाँ पर आपको एक बार फिर बता दें, हम इस चैप्टर को पढ़ रहे हैं और हम रिएक्शंस को भी देख रहे हैं. जैसे कि सर बता रहे हैं, कंजम्पशन ऑफ एल्कोहल इज़ वेरी बैड इंजरियस टू हेल्थ. मतलब ये आपके शरीर पर बहुत ही बुरा प्रभाव डालता है. इसके रिएक्शंस आपके बॉडी के लिए बिल्कुल नेगेटिव इम्पैक्टफुल होते हैं. तो ऐसे में आप इन सभी मादक पदार्थों के सेवन को लेकर जागरूक रहें, यानी इनका सेवन ना करें. आगे बढ़ते हैं सर.
आपने बहुत अच्छी बात कही मैम. This is one of the most important thing that in the present society, especially in case of youths which are not able to complete their targets, like different kind of examinations,
yes.
they are not going to succeed, then they are just taking these kind of these things. They are just become habitual of taking alcohols and tobaccos, but
yes.
they are just involved in the present relaxation time. They are enjoying at the particular moment only. After that, what will be happen in the body? There will be totally negative. All the things will be, the body will lose its efficiency, mental thinking, mental ability, working efficiency of the brain and coordination and control system, that all will lose its capability of working. Even that thinking level will also be slow down.
जी, उस टाइम के लिए तो हमने एक टेम्परेरी सॉल्यूशन निकाल लिया, लेकिन
temporary
आपका
relaxation
लास्टली
only.
उसका क्या इम्पैक्ट है वो आप.
This is the only temporary relaxation, because the command of the brain, whenever we take the alcohol, command of the brain on the nerve systems becomes loose at the particular minutes only. So that alcohol being converted into poisonous material whenever it will goes to the liver, like aldehyde, which is insoluble in water and poisonous for the body. At that time, liver starts double or triple functioning to convert this poisonous material into non-poisonous material. Alcohol have been taken, poisonous material generated, liver will start functioning, liver will put its full efficiency to convert that poisonous or water insoluble material again into soluble. That is acetic acid. That will be go out from the body. That's why efficiency of the brain, liver and other kind of body organs becomes very, very and slowly weak whenever we take such kind of these substances like alcohol.
जी. So sir, what is denaturation of alcohol and why it is done?
Denaturation of alcohol means whenever alcohol is being produced and it is especially being transposed to the industry part, chemical laboratories, research labs, the ethyl alcohol, that is part of also a drinkable alcohol. To be precaution purpose, different kind of substances already mix in the alcohol to stop or to stop the misuse of alcohols.
जी.
After mixing of such kind of these chemicals like pyridine, methyl alcohol, the alcohol loses its property and some kind of poisonous properties increase in that. So we can't use that kind of alcohol for the drinking purpose. That will lead to the death. That's why this process is called denaturation of alcohol. Means make alcohol undrinkable by addition some kind of these things. So we can talk about all this also. Like ethanol is an important industrial solvent. To prevent the misuse of ethanol produced for industrial use, it is made unfit for drinking by adding poisonous substances like methanol to it. Dyes are also added to color the alcohol blue so that it can be identified easily. This is called denatured alcohol. The term denatured alcohol refers to alcohol products adulterated with a toxic and or bad tasting additives. Additives are those substances which mix with other substances like methanol, benzene, pyridine, castor oil, gasoline, isopropyl alcohol and acetone. These are the material or chemical substances which mix in the alcohol to make it undrinkable. That alcohol is called denatured alcohol, making it unsuitable for human consumption.
Clear, sir.
So, moving further, we can talk about one of the most important compounds of carbon and its compound series. That compound is ethanoic acid. It has different properties than the alcohol. Ethanoic acid have chemical formula that is CH3COOH. COOH group is called carboxylic acid group, and this is one of the most important functional group of carbon and its compound series. We can see the structure of ethanoic acid, that is one carbon attached with the 3 hydrogen.
Okay.
And second carbon of carboxylic group, that is called COOH, in which there is a double bond between carbon and oxygen and one single bond between carbon oxygen. That oxygen is attached with the hydrogen. The single hydrogen that is able to lose, that's why this kind of compounds shows acidic properties. So we can talk about properties of ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid is commonly called acetic acid and belongs to a group of acids called carboxylic acids, that is COOH. 5 to 8% solution of acetic acid in water is called vinegar and is used widely as a preservative in pickles. Whatever pickles we are using our daily homes, a preservative kind of like used by this. The melting point of pure ethanoic acid is 290 Kelvin and hence it often freezes during winter in cold climates. This gives rise to its name glacial acetic acid. The group of organic compounds called carboxylic acids are obviously characterized by their acidic nature. That's why the carboxylic group containing compounds shows its acidic properties.
Okay. So sir, what is esterification reactions?
Esterification reactions means formation of ester.
Okay.
Whenever these kind of organic reactions that like CH3COOH compounds will be treated with alcohol, we can say that carboxylic acid compound will treated with alcohol in presence of like acids, then formation of sweet smelling substance take place.
Okay.
This sweet smelling substance is called ester, and this reaction is called esterification.
Okay.
We can understand it in better manner like that esterification reaction. Esters are most commonly formed by reaction of an acid and an alcohol. Ethanoic acid react with absolute ethanol in presence of an acid catalyst to give an ester, and this reaction is termed as esterification reaction. We can look at here, that is carboxylic acid or C double bond OH plus, that is ROH kind of alcohol will react with each other in presence of esterification reactions. So, the formation of sweet smelling substance ester will take place that give a one byproduct of water. So, this reaction is termed as esterification reaction.
Okay. And what is difference between these carboxylic acids and alcohols?
The organic compounds which contain COOH functional group,
Okay.
generally termed as carboxylic acids, and the organic compounds which contain OH functional group are called alcohols. There is a different organic compounds between alcohol and as carboxylic acids. Whenever carbon attached with the OH, that is called alcohol, and carbon attached with the COOH group moiety, that is called carboxylic acids, like ethanol, propanol, methanol. These will be the examples of alcohols, and methanoic acid, ethanoic acid, these will be the example of carboxylic acid series. So,
Okay, sir.
formation of ester we can take further. We can take 1 ml of ethanol, absolute alcohol, and 1 ml of glacial acetic acid along with few drops of concentrated sulfuric acid in test tube. We can warm it in a bath, and after the bathing the formation of ester will take place. So, we can say that in this picture, in the test tube we have taken ethanol plus ethanoic acid, and as a catalyst 2-3 drops of concentrated H2SO4 has been taken. After heating or warming after some time, we will get the ester, that is CH3COOC2H5 ethyl acetate, and one of the fruity smelling sweet smell will come out in the test tube that will confirm the presence of formation of ester, and this reaction will called esterification reaction.
क्लियर सर. हम चैप्टर जो है पढ़ रहे हैं साइंस का, और आज हमने जिन कंपाउंड्स को लेकर बात की है वो है इथेनॉल एंड इथेनॉइक एसिड्स. हमारे साथ हैं सर डॉक्टर राजेश कुमार शर्मा. सर नमस्कार, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
थैंक यू मैम, नमस्कार।
साइंस के इस सत्र को हम यहीं समाप्त कर रहे हैं। आपको कुछ जानकारी देना चाहेंगे। पहली जानकारी कविता प्रतियोगिता से संबंधित है। तो अंतिम तिथि अब पास ही है, आपको जो है अपनी एंट्री जल्द से जल्द भेज देनी है। आइए एक वीडियो देखते हैं।
क्या आपको भी गीत, कविता पढ़ने, लिखने और गाने गुनगुनाने में रुचि है? तो आइए शिक्षा मंत्रालय भारत सरकार की एक अनूठी और सराहनीय पहल का हिस्सा बने तथा भारतीय भाषाओं और अंग्रेजी में लोकगीत और कविताएं भेजें। आप दिए गए लिंक पर अपनी रचनाएं अथवा किसी अन्य रचनाकार के गीत और कविताएं भेज सकते हैं। भारतीय भाषा कविता प्रतियोगिता के नियम आदि भी आपको इसी लिंक पर उपलब्ध होंगे।
23 मई अंतिम तिथि है। आप सभी जल्द अपनी एंट्रीज हमें भेज दें। एक और जानकारी देते हैं, ये कक्षा 4 और कक्षा 7 की किताबों से संबंधित है। आप अपनी इन किताबों को अमेज़ॉन, फ्लिपकार्ट और NCERT की ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट से मंगवा सकते हैं। बता दें, हमारे द्वारा प्रसारित होने वाले अन्य सत्रों के बारे में कुछ ही देर में हमारा अगला सत्र वेबिनार सत्र यानी स्टार्ट होगा। इस ट्रेनिंग सत्र में आज अंतिम 5वां दिन है। टॉपिक रहेगा सोनिक स्क्रॉल्स द पावर ऑफ अटर ED वर्ड। तो इस टॉपिक को जानेंगे और साथ ही जानेंगे अगले सत्र में सहयोग में 5 बजे ब्राउजिंग, बैलेंसिंग एंड एंगेजिंग फॉस्टरिंग टेक्नोलॉजी फॉर एक्सीलेंस इन लर्निंग एंड वेलबींग। 5:30 पर चैनल नंबर 6, 9 और 12 पर नीपा NCSL का सत्र प्रस्तुत किया जाएगा। टॉपिक है लीडरशिप एंड वेल बीइंग इन द कंटेक्स्ट ऑफ स्कूल एजुकेशन। इन सभी टॉपिक्स को, इन सभी इंफॉर्मेटिव प्रोग्राम्स को आप ई-विद्या चैनल्स के साथ साथ हमारे ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल पर लाइव और आफ्टर लाइव के साथ देख सकते हैं। इस पूरे सत्र को इंटरप्रेट करने के लिए देव आपका धन्यवाद करते हैं। मैं सृजन हूँ, आप सभी से अनुमति चाहेंगे। नमस्कार।